Congratulations! I am your host, Coach in Canion. And look, this is the show where, well, it's the interview show where we talk about, debate, we discuss the modern complexities or the complexities of modern relationships. Got a girl with me for the first time in a long time. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is, yeah, but hold on. I am making out on because stop first show. And before I do, well, I gotta a lot of you know Coach T. Okay, I put videos open on. And a lot of people out there who come to they don't have a relationship. And I'm not knocking them, but everything I talk about out here. Limited, have a relationship. 20 years married. To my best friend, diabetes, girlfriend, and y'all gonna just see the video. So I want to do the podcast, y'all, because we don't always agree. Don't always be on stuff. Chili always do the video up there. We always love each other, and I want to discuss it. Hey, I can't play. Talk about this stuff we stuff here on. Welcome, my peace. Aaron and
hello. I am the other side, a part, half of the Canion. I am Canion. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, an author, a comedian, a relationship coach. I'm so glad to be sitting here with you on tonight, sir.
Okay. So let's talk just a little bit, give them a little bit of background about us. We used to do a show live in Kenya and grew, and the show is so good. And then your father passed, and you stopped doing the show, and I went on to get Coach Ken and all that.
You always say he has and I stopped, but remember we were about to show.
We were,
and I got a call, and so that it was really hard for me to get back in that. So I'm really glad that we have a new setting and had a little podcast Russian day.
Yeah, a little podcast. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. Real
Okay.
excited.
Listen, the show is gonna be real. It's gonna be wrong. It's gonna be really. I'm the one that does sometimes. Y'all know me. She tried to but she cut behind the scenes. So I hope that she don't really. She gonna be herself.
Don't make me. Don't make me.
I make you.
Don't make me say.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about real issues involving relationships.
Right.
The real stuff we won't talk about, and we're gonna use our way to give you that information. All right, what do we want from our things? One, we want your interaction. We have a producer here. She is phenomenal, and I get your comments. We're gonna get your comments. We'll do all of that, and we're gonna do that. And then what we want is if y'all think we're doing something good, y'all can give us soup cats on YouTube. Okay. If you want to donate or something like that, we can do that as well. All right, but that being said, okay, I have a question for you. And the question is, I know we actually have a format for this show, and the format is we're gonna talk about some really life stuff. I got a question for you today.
Yes.
You give me coaching all the time.
I do.
All the time. What? Dedicate.
All the time.
Okay. Now you don't know all our clients.
I do not know.
You don't know
clients really. So if you made
right, and some stuff you not live transform, right? You know I get letters and all kinds of stuff. People have me work through stuff, right? So this first segment that I want to do is called, and I got it. It's called You're a Coach. Now everybody listen. This is where I want y'all to chime in. All right. Somebody says you're coach. So here's what I want to do. I want to talk to you about. I got a little scenario. All right. The scenario work kind of like this.
Okay, with me.
All right. First, I got the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how the letter goes. All right. I got it right here. So this first segment,
okay.
I want you to everybody listen to this and tell me what you guys think. What you think. Now I know. Hey, it sounds like if you guys, we're having some technical difficulties or something like that. We're trying to work this out right because it's like the first one. We're trying to figure it out, y'all. So our people working in the background, and y'all help us help you. Because we want to make this work. All right, look, that being said, we ain't gonna stop. We're still gonna go through it, and we're gonna fix this. I remember we used to have to work with the audio, and we have to work through the audio. Now we're gonna work through it. That's good people. All right, here we go. So first thing I want to tell you that I got this letter, and the title of the letter says, "Should I tell everything?"
Mm-hmm.
That's before I read that to you. Have you heard something from me in this, things I don't know about you?
I am here.
Yeah, no, I'm talking to the damn wall. Have you ever heard something?
Yes, I have.
Are you here?
Yes, I have. I'm probably out of buddy bar here in my because right now. So, yeah. I like it be some ML in my heart.
Okay, all right.
Are you talking about some really deep? Yeah, I don't feel like I have to hide anything.
All these years we together, you ain't even hear something you didn't tell me about your past.
Well, I don't think it was hiding if you didn't act right. Like I don't feel like a person should reveal everything about their past. Like some things you forget. Listen, something might pop up. You forgot that.
Where is it?
Like something you telling me. You telling me you remember everybody you pop? No.
Now
no,
I remember.
See, no. That's yes or no. Yes or no. That's everybody. I know. Well, so what if somebody come up to me and say, "Hey, you said, oh, that's not your husband." I say, "Hey, you didn't tell me you said, that's around our next." You like, I forgot about that. You say, oh.
All right. Look. So at this point,
have you heard anything from me?
Like anything.
Have you ever heard anything from me?
Think about that.
Have you ever heard anything?
To think about that. I've heard here. Now there was some things I probably did not bother to be made.
Okay. But you have.
I did not.
Okay.
So that leads me to the left.
Of the replay.
Okay. You hear that? It says, "Dear Coach, I don't know how to hear this, because I know you're working out on your right. I don't know if you can hear it. Going out in you got it. And then, dear Coach, you know, I've been trying for 2 years. I do much of what you teach about communication and claim better communication. It is very frustrating to take difficult with complaint. The work of the sinner becomes that burden of myself. But here's what's tricky to do. I'm not about a year and a half ago. Our core values of mine is consistent, and make me like, woo, woo. Besides that, is find people that I am. Okay? Online is everything that I can ask for and make. We are hoping this is it. The cultivated a relationship is the mutual respect and understanding. Our motto is Am I here to do? Or should I go through with marriage? Should I go through with marriage?
Why would she be considered a hypocrite? Because
she's thinking about not going through the marriage.
um 12 years.
12 years ago. Yeah. Now, he didn't tell her they've been in a relationship over close
How
to
did it
years.
come up? How did it come up in the actual conversation?
Because he felt like he tell her everything. He was married. He said we cultivated the relationship where we could communicate about anything, about everything. And now she's saying it's the kind of guy that I wanted. Everything I wanted is God. He's that thing. Everything I wanted, he is that thing. Now,
I think that would feed into like that would create an impurity. Every time I play basketball, like um, every time he goes and watch the game, I'm thinking you may have desire. Like oh, I don't know. That's hard. Like I don't know if it would never come out. I don't think I want to know that.
you want to know?
I don't think I want to know that.
So here's the thing. So when me thinking about your man, I told you, listen, you know, after 2 years ago, I was with a guy. I'm the guy said it was one time, one encounter, and me and you have developed a relationship based on mutual respect and communication. Now this is you're the coach now. You are the coach.
I'm the coach.
This letter said, Coach, what should I do? If you were the coach, y'all out there, the coach, I don't know if you hear me. I know the audio trying to work it out. I don't know if you heard the letter. I'm not sure. But my question to you is, what would you do?
What would I do as far as being the coach?
What would advice would you give her? Would you give her advice? Stay in the relationship, or
I would have to tell her to ask deeper questions. You know, like, do you ever have that desire and you fight it? Because you may
not.
not.
See, I asked.
Okay.
He said no. He said I didn't have it. I didn't want. He said it was something that.
Did he go all the way? Did he go to third base, or did they kiss or fondle, or did he get his eyebrows burned off? I mean, what? Did he go all the way? He went all the way.
I didn't ask if he got fluff. I mean, I didn't ask.
Oh, I don't want to be defensive, but I just want, like, I have so many questions. But I was.
So I say, well, let's assume.
Let's assume it all the way.
Let's assume all the way. I mean, would that matter though? Would that matter?
I think that would matter to me. I think if I found out you and your homeboy.
But didn't you say to me, look, our relationship is based on communication. You tell me anything. I want you to, because a lot of people out there say things like, I want you to tell me nothing. Tell me, and I want to know. I just want to know.
So okay. Let me flip that then. So you're saying that if you say to me, tell me everything, I want to know everything about you, and it doesn't matter what it is. So if I told you, 20 years ago, I killed a family in New Hampshire, and I'm on the run, then we're still to be together. You still gonna be down until you're a woman, and you still you can still sleep sound around me.
You said 20 years ago.
A whole family.
No,
I'm saying no.
But there's
that is what's different.
That's ain't the same. You committed a crime. It's not the same.
Babe, what's the difference? If you share anything with you, and no matter what, you're gonna be down with me, and you can take whatever you want to know, everything. How you gonna leave me just because I
murdered a family?
I alive somebody?
Oh, you alive somebody?
Yeah. How are you going to? I'm honest with you. I've been holding that in for years,
Okay.
and I can finally share with you.
Okay. So, here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts. You getting off
I
you getting
flipped.
off task. You
Okay.
getting off task.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You doing what I do. Yeah, you doing what I do. I'm gonna flip
Yes.
that. All right. So would you still marry him? And if anybody can hear me out there, if you can hear me out there in that land, because
If
again,
anybody can hear us clearly, can we do you get hearts on is that just
no,
no? Do you can you get any?
if it's still distorted, y'all, if it's still distorted, give us in the comment section. Um, put us in the comment section and say, hey, you know what? Still distorted.
It's
I think,
much better now. Thank you, Bridget.
all right. No. Somebody said, no replay. We don't talk about this be live. We working through this, y'all. Somebody said husband now. Bridget said
Yes.
stuff.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So here's what I want to know.
Would I still marry her?
What advice would you give her?
The advice I would give her is to go to her heart, because a lot of times we make decisions based on our head, and you know what I'm saying. We so much in our head, and we leave our heart out. I'll tell her to make decisions. So, what is in your heart? You know what? I think your heart will tell you what to do before your head.
What would y'all do? What would you tell her? If you tell her, okay, get rid of, eradicate the relationship of man or police. Because she said he makes it hard, he's consistent, he communicates, he does everything that I heard.
What would you tell her, Ken?
I did tell you this.
What did you say?
And I always say, I say this. I started with a question,
Mm-hmm.
like I always do.
Okay.
The question was this. I said, is it possible? Is it possible that it was a one-time thing and something that he's ashamed of? Is it possible that that's the only time and he's ashamed of? That's part of it. She said yes. I said, is it possible that everything you want in a person, everything you want in a person, this person has, and this part of it is testing you? Is it possible? And she said, yeah. And then I simply said this. I said, are you willing to give up everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever wanted because of somebody's past choice? Everything you ever wanted. Would you give up everything you ever wanted for somebody did? Now, I'm not talking about somebody murdering a family like you see. I'm not talking about that.
Right.
I'm talking about somebody had a past. Don't we all have a past?
We do all have a past.
We all have a past.
But that is a scary past too. But I get it. That was great advice. That was great advice.
Somebody said in a live event with me, you know what they said that I'll be careful about that because if a man did that once, he'll always want it back to that. What do you think?
Well, I mean, there have been things that I tried once, and I said, you know, that's something I never want to do again. And so it could be the same. You know, there are some things that I've tried that I was like, okay, I one off. I don't ever do that again. And so I believe that it's possible. You know, he could have been just curious.
He might have been just curious.
Just curious. He could have been just curious.
Oh, okay.
He could have had too much to drink, or I mean, it could have been anything.
You ever had too much to drink? Did some shit that you
right here in your home, Yes, I have with you. I sure have.
You know, good.
Great
Hold
answer.
on. Oh, let me clap. Let me clap. That's good. You know what?
Great answer.
Well,
All
right. So speaking of that,
okay.
I want to tell people. Okay, so I want to tell I want to tell people something.
Okay.
We've been married 22 years, right?
Yes.
And I want to tell people our relationship's not perfect. We don't always agree.
That's right.
We don't always, and sometimes when we don't agree, that's actually how we start this with Pill Talk.
Right.
So I want to tell them do something called story time.
Okay.
I want to tell them a story about us. You don't know what I'm about to say.
No, I do
But
not.
I
And
want
I
to
am
tell them a
very,
story
very
about us
afraid.
that cultivated, helped our relationship.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. So I used to work at a group home. I used to work at a group home. And so, see, look, I used to work at a group home. And so one night at this group home, you know, she knocked on my door. You know, I slept over at the group home. She knocked on the door, and I'm like, "What you doing?" Oh, first she called me. She called me, and then she said, "What you doing?" I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing too much. And then, so okay, so I got to tell y'all this story. Coach Ken ain't always been Coach Ken. So, you know, she called me, and I'm like, you know, back then I was like, hey, I'm good. I'm about to put out. I was young. Oh, I'm about to put guys to sleep. And she was like, okay, okay. What I did though was, y'all, back then, she had my pager code. You remember you had my pager code?
I do. I remember that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names.
Okay. You don't have to.
I ain't gonna say, but you remember this event.
I do.
And then she came over to my job. And I'm like, somebody knocked on the door. Da, 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 da. And I was like, who's that? I was like, who is it? He was like, it's Karen. I was like, what you doing over here? Now, Karen, now it's a lot of years later. It's 30 years later. Right? 30 years later, you want me to come clean.
Yes.
You want me to come clean. All right, I'm going to come completely clean.
Okay.
Nobody there.
Kenny, that's not true.
Okay, but I gotta finish telling you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So I opened the door, y'all, and then she was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I ain't doing nothing." 11 o'clock at night. What are you doing here? I just came to see what you was doing. What I'm doing? So this what she said. She said, "Can I use your bathroom?" And I just put my arm. No, you can't use the bathroom. The guy's in their seat. Remember that?
I remember.
Okay, now here's my question. Here's a moral to this story. Now, after that,
you better get to it.
I'm
about to start getting hot.
I just want to tell you.
Okay.
All right. No, we were going together in.
Kenny, that's not true.
We were going together in. I mean,
Kenny,
but
do you know how I got over there?
How did you get over there?
In your Volvo. I drove your car there.
You drove my car?
I let you
use my joint, though.
We were going together.
I mean, you hung around me. We weren't going.
Don't want to repent for those days. We went together back then.
But I tell you this story. I got to tell you the story. Because the moral of my story is this. She left there. She was hot. But she went and called my boy. She called my friend, my main man, Big AP, Big Alan Palmer.
Told that?
Big Palmer, Big Palmer.
I never know Palmer told me that I said.
He didn't told me about 3 years ago. He told me about 3 years ago.
I used to call Palmer all the time. I was mad at you.
Well, he didn't tell me that.
And he used to just listen to me. And he was a really, 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 really good.
He is a good friend.
When I tell you that is the truth.
Did he say that I didn't know nobody there though?
No. He never say you didn't. He would say things like, "What make you think that? What could it have been?" Yeah, I probably threatened to unalive you back then.
He threatened. But the story is, hey, look, get you a partner. That's not your
You
bag.
got me. It didn't even matter because I knew somebody was there, kid, because it was a car in the driveway, and then you said that that it was something the worker's heart broke down, and then I pulled off, and about 20 minutes later, you said, "You ain't see the tow truck? The tow truck came to pick up car." So you was just telling lies all over the place.
Oh, but I admit, and so this is the part of this podcast I want to be on. I used to lie. I was slippery. line,
That's why I had to
something.
have your pager code. See, you have to tell that part of it before you say I had the pager code. You have to say I was lying,
Yes,
I was cheating,
line, slitting, dipping,
whatever.
but we wasn't married. This was long
No,
before
we weren't
him.
married then. And she had my pager code. You have
I
to
didn't know
tell
you had
her.
my pay
I
code.
know I kept it for so long.
You know, how did you get my pay code though? Because I
Because
was reckless careless.
no. This is how I got your pager code. I was the one who paid to get set up. And so I set the pay code up and I gave it to you and you never changed it. he was slipping and dipping and what more than one way you slip.
I bet. I mean, all right,
You never changed it.
all right.
And I remember one time you said, Karen, do you have my pager
I
code?
did say that. I said, "Did you have page code?"
I said, how would I get it? And you were like, yeah, right.
Golly, I mean, you had it on.
All along.
You was a true stalker.
I was a true stalker. You ain't been stalked unless you been stalked by that girl. Remember the time I stalked you outside the house?
Tell the story. Tell the back story.
That's for another day. Well, okay. I had you.
But I wasn't doing nothing then. I was doing nothing.
That night, nobody was here. That night, nobody was here because I got in the house. But you was still.
No, I wasn't, man. I didn't do anything. I was. Man, you said okay. You said
you didn't.
You said I.
Back and went through the woods.
No, nobody. I was doing it.
No, you weren't.
All right. So here's the part. Here's the part of this. The part of this. The problem. And y'all, why I'm telling y'all this story because I want people to understand that you and I stayed together. All right. And I'm telling them before we leave tonight, because there are a lot of people out there in relationships that, and I wasn't even gonna go this route, but I'm gonna go this route because there are a lot of people out there that need to hear this story.
Okay.
Yes, we had our relationship was you were there for me through a lot of stuff, but you know the truth is I was looking for a relationship outside. You were my friend. I was looking everywhere else for a relationship, and meaning not saying
I know what you.
I was looking everywhere else, and I didn't realize that everything I wanted was right there. And I'm going to tell this story right here because it's important to somebody out there who doesn't know their value. I got to tell this story, and you'll get. We got a million stories. We got a million things, clients that we help. I got to tell this story. So my wife and I have been dating a lot of years. It had been a few years. And honestly, we weren't really together as long as she gonna tell y'all. Because I'm gonna tell the story. She's gonna tell you her part of it. But I'm gonna tell you my part of it. One day, my wife used to collect wedding books, and I would always say, at the end of the year, I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do. But I felt pressure. I felt like she was trying to pressure me in marriage. I did. Man.
The wedding books were at my house. They were not at your house. I didn't bring them for you to go through them. You saw them when you came to my house. It felt, but I understand. Okay, pressure. Go ahead.
Okay, but to your credit, this is why this is why they needed this story.
Okay.
All right, and so what happened was one day they threw away all of the wedding books. She threw. Oh, by the way, her name is Karen. Her nickname, her stage name is Silly Net. I call her that. And we call her that. So she threw away all the wedding books. And I was like, good. I don't really care. I ain't trying to get married. But so let me tell you what she did. One day she get a call. I answered all. Well, and she says to me, we need to talk. The words most men hate to hear. We need to talk. All right, what we need to talk about? She said, can I come over? Sure, come on over. So she says to me this, y'all, and this is going to bless somebody. She said to me these words, and after I said, I want you to take it for what it is.
Okay.
She said, I have done everything that I could do. I've shown you that I'm a wife. I've been everything. I've been there for you during the time we have been there for people in our family. Close us had died. I've been there for you when you went bankrupt in your business. I've been there for you. And when everybody left you, I've been there. Okay. She said, I've shown you that I'm a wife, but I can't show you anything more. There is nothing else that I could give you right now. And she said, if you are not my husband, I'm gonna let this go. Okay. And then she left. And I was like, all right, then. Now my pride kicked at that point, my ego, the pit in me, you know? And I said, all right, day one. I said, she'll call back. Because normally, by day three, we'll talk like
Yes.
we don't really say nothing. Can I come over, hit that, hit that? And then we got good, can get me some eat, you know. But this time, day two, I heard nothing. By day three, I'm like tripping. By day three, she tripping. By day four, nothing. By this time, I'm like, she for real? By day seven, you had called me. And I realized something. You might called you,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, can we talk? And I realized that time of separation. See, a lot of times, y'all, you will not separate yourself long enough for the other person to experience life without you. And when she did it, I called her back and realized that I no longer want to have her out of life. And that was when I said, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to commit fully to you. You remember that day?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Tell people what was you thinking? And I can tell you where I was, but what were you thinking?
When doing the callback or when I
No,
made
during
the
that whole
decision?
process, during that whole process.
I don't know. I was in a place where that I knew that I was wife to you. I wasn't a girlfriend. I was a wife. And I had been um your whatever I was to you, but to me I was your girlfriend. So I've been your girlfriend for 12 long years.
Hey,
I don't
come on,
care
quit.
what your
No,
story
we did
is.
not go together for no
See,
12
see,
years.
Kenny, you
Stop
need to tell the
that.
whole story. Like when you had a key to my house, you were my boyfriend. When you used to come and wash your clothes, you were not my boyfriend. When you had free reign over the refrigerator, washing powder, the TV, you control the remote control. You came and got a book of food stamps every time you got hungry. You were my boyfriend. This is a time where I need my sister to chime in. You were my boyfriend.
Hey, my guy just said he just wrote me you was boyfriend. Yo, listen. This
That
the
was
whole
my boyfriend. You're my boyfriend. I
no,
don't care what you say. I might have been your girlfriend, but you're my boyfriend. And so I had given everything I had to this relationship. And I was like, okay, it was nothing else in my mind. It's nothing more that we could do. Can't do no more. We couldn't build business together. We could not get a joint account together. Like it was nothing that we could do together. And I knew that I wanted to be a wife. I knew that I had to stand up for myself. At some point, I had to love myself more than I loved you. And that's what I didn't do before. I loved you more than me. And I say, God, I have to love me more than I love Kenny. I had to put myself first. And I had to walk away. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
you want to call me back. Oh, somebody says this. Somebody Kay Williams says, yes, ma'am. We got together at that point. We go together at that point.
We go together. Then we
We
go
do
together. What
not
is
go
we got to
together.
say? Boyfriend, boyfriend.
You hey look. Somebody said, oh, how beautiful and sweet that is. I think who was that to my boyfriend? Somebody said talk for fun. Look, boy, I gotta ask you this though. I wanna hey Dab said hey Dab gave me some claps. I gotta ask you a question. Rara talking about you were boyfriend facts receipts. I love how you two love. I gotta ask you this though.
Yes.
We didn't go together for 12 years, in my eyes, but you stayed a lot longer than I tell my clients to stay.
I stay a lot longer than I would tell somebody to stay, but it worked for us. I honestly feel like had we gotten married 2 days prior to what we did, it would work. I think that that again, that was what was best for us. Even though you felt like those wedding books were pressure, that was something I never wanted to feel like I pressured you into marrying me. Because I never wanted you to be able to come back and say, I didn't even want to do this anyway. And so that was important to me.
Hey, Kay, thank you for sending us a super chat. We appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Y'all, we're going to work out all of these audio as we move.
Thank you guys for sticking
because we have
with
a
us.
great
Thank you
team.
so much.
We have a great team. Y'all, bear with us. Thank you so much. Y'all remember when I first started doing videos? I ain't had no editor. I know videos when I let great. I used to say, Coach! But y'all remember that. Okay, Ned. So that being said, so they getting to know us. They getting to know us a little bit. They're gonna hear stories all throughout when we're doing this podcast on Thursday night, and we'll get better, and things are going to get better with it. But we always want to talk about modern relationships. You got something for me? You kept telling you was talking to me about I got something for you. What is it?
Okay, so I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't know if it was whatever it was on social media. I saw something. So here it is. A man proposes to his woman with a receipt of her $70,000 student loan being paid in full instead of a ring. She thanks him, but says she still requires a ring before getting married. What is she? A, reasonable, B, ungrateful, C, smart, D, dumb. Instead of getting her a ring, he paid off $70,000 student loan. He paid it off in full. And she was like, thank you so very much, but I still need my ring.
How you feel about it? Don't trip. If you trip for real, hey, I'll cut your week short.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I remember one time, and we were dating, I guess. I don't know, I was your girlfriend, but you had gotten your taxes back, right? And you told me.
You remember?
Yeah. You said, you know what? You know, you're always there. You support me. You do a lot of things for me. When I get my taxes, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars.
Okay.
And I was like, word. Like, I was thinking of all the things I was going to buy with these X amount of dollars. When you rolled up on me, do you know what you had done? Paid my cell phone bill up in full. And you paid all this, like my cell phone, how your cell phone bill up. I don't really need that cell phone. You know, like it was, this was like, this was 25 years ago, 27 years ago. So my thing is, I feel her pain. I wanted the tax money. I didn't want you to help me pay that cell phone bill off. So let me make my money pay. So wait a minute. Make no big old lump sum. So I was about to go to Lane Bryant and ball out.
You about to ball out of Lane Bryant?
I'm about to ball out Lane Bryant after Christmas sale. Like it was in January. You had just got your taxes. I had some stuff I was gonna buy, but no, you don't pay my cell phone bill up. You go give me the rest. I was like, what?
I can't you.
I know how you feel.
Look, okay.
What would you say though?
First
if you did that for me.
She ungrateful as hell.
I didn't tell you that I was upset about that. I never do that until this moment. Like I just took the L on her and just
they having those penny specials. I didn't realize a plus size bra that expensive.
I wish you wouldn't have called it a plus size bra.
I mean that's
but I just wish you would have said bra. You didn't have to put plus size. Nowhere in the bra.
I mean, but that wire that run underneath that wire costs like a mother. I ain't gonna lie. That wire is to hold that thing up. That wire. When they tell me to buy $60 or $70 for that wire, I'd be like, shit, I can get you some wire. I mean,
listen, what would you do though? So if you came in and you said, but let's just say this. Now we didn't have a ring when we got married until we got down the aisle.
We did. Okay, so let me say
have
this.
a ring.
He paid off $70,000 worth of student loan. And he's saying that is my wedding gift / ring. That because what a ring, because that's why I see it. What does a ring represent? The ring represents something, our bond, our unity. See, it's not just a ring just to have the ring. What he's saying, this $70,000 that I'm paying off so we can live this life represents our bond, our partnership. Okay? And so that's all I'm saying. And so for me, that's ungrateful as shit. I mean, I'm paying $70,000. You say I still want a ring? Are you serious? I'm just saying. What I mean,
this is the thing though. I remember when I told people that we were getting married. The first thing women say is, where is the ring? That is the that's what lets them know, where's the ring.
So saying I just paid say 7. Hold on. I'm getting the sheet you got. You saying I just paid $70,000 in student loans to the damn ring.
You just don't know women. You just don't know.
I just coached thousands of them.
If at this age that I'm at, I paid my loan off. But 30 years ago,
let's say this
I don't know that I would have not having a ring.
So would you have thought the wedding? I'm talking young Ken. I'm not talking about the one who is seasoned and got a little more wisdom. got a crooked shoulder.
I would have called the wedding off, but I would have been a little dissatisfied. But I would have called the wedding off.
You've been dissatisfied?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What say you guys? What say you? And these are modern, because we want to bring up modern issues, real things people go through. One of the things they said is this lady said he gave her paid off seat for $70,000 loan, but she was still wanting a ring. She's like, look, I still want a ring. What say you? Do you still want a ring? Kay Williamson say, yes, the loan. And that's good. Yes. The loan. All right. Brenda, what's up? Brenda says the loan and the ring.
Teresa said she would be grateful.
Right. Kay, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate that. Thank you for
Where is the ring? Somebody said, where is the ring?
Where's the ring?
Yes.
Brenda, what if you'd only get one? What if it was
loan and the ring?
Yeah, Brenda say loan and the ring.
Yes.
But let's say he could only do one.
Well, then you pay a little bit less on my student loan, sir. I appreciate you. Yes. Pay. Yeah, a little bit. Leave me a balance.
When you got married, we didn't have rings. We had bands.
We had bands.
I didn't get you a ring, but what did I tell you? I said, at the time, I wasn't even that great financially. I said, I'm gonna get you a ring, but right now this band represents this bond.
I'll tell you, Bishop Lockett, the late Bishop Lockett, said this, and that's why I never put a lot into a ring. He quoted, "A ring doesn't make you married, just like standing in a garage doesn't make you a car." And so never put a lot of anything on a piece of jewelry. Like, I wanted the husband. Like, I would much rather my representation of marriage be you, this thing on my finger. And you've been a great, I got an upgrade. But
yeah, you show them you got upgrade. It's time for your new joint.
I got a little upgrade.
Yeah.
But because I didn't have any stones. It was just a band.
Right.
We didn't have any stones. And I remember we actually sold those rings.
So speaking of ring, I want to give you a real life situation.
Okay.
You people know this. I don't wear a wedding ring. I don't wear a wedding band. I don't wear a ring. Now, a lot of people have come up to me as a coach, and I tell them, I don't wear a wedding ring. I'm married, and How do y'all feel about? Do you want speaking of your guy?
Is that requirement?
Is that a
Not your
requirement
guy or
that he makes the
your
ring?
spouse or your significant other? Is it a requirement that they wear a ring?
Yeah, because a lot of people say. So people have said to me, "Your wife don't let you go out without a ring."
That's not a big deal to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, alone and
Somebody said
Amazon
they said
ring.
loan and Amazon
Yes.
cheap to the ring. Okay, I get it. You want the ring now?
They said well, they would say basically get a cheap ring. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. You don't have to break your bank with the ring, but I would like something.
So let us ask y'all this: do you want? Because do you feel like? Now I know that it's not a requirement for you.
Mhm.
If your guy says, "I don't like rings. I don't want to wear a ring," or if the guys are listening, your lady says, "I don't like to wear rings." Is it a requirement? Candace says it's required. Put the ring on. Candace Jameson, right?
Lady.
All right. Definitely will be a requirement. Golden Melon says definitely a requirement.
Yeah, for me again, like you've never you had the ring on at our wedding,
Right.
and that was it.
I got football championship rings that I got before you that I don't
Let's
even
say
wear.
before you.
I got them before you.
Say that just sounds like
I mean,
so unloving before you. Like I'm just a piece of one of your
I just got it
before you. I got a ring before you. Before we were together, when I was in college and I played ball, but I got that before you. That's just how I feel with that. Just like,
why are you saying
I'm
that?
just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay. You making me slide under the seat.
But yeah, like you a watch wearer. Maybe I can get you a wedding watch.
Cartier, busted down Cartier. No, busted down, I mean, right?
No,
Bust ice out. Ice
I
out.
thought it was like busted down. Boom, boom. But that's what busted down is me.
Please scratch that. Cut.
I can say
Cut. God damn. He said I thought busted down. A Cartier watch? What the hell? No. Busted down mean like diamonds ice out. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, she tried like to be, kind of.
I work with children.
Yeah, you kind of be, hip and all of that.
Hip, but I thought on that one miserably.
All right, so modern day relationships, baby. And what I want to do is modern day relationships. I want to ask you a question that go on. Okay. A lot of your friends ask you stuff like, what's your secret sauce? You and him been together, y'all like yin and yang, y'all good. And people don't know that we argue from time to time. We rarely argue, but we have disagreements.
Yeah, we have a great discussion.
But 16 years ago, we probably was headed to divorce court. 16 years ago. 6 years into our marriage, we were headed to the divorce court, I believe.
I probably had called Palmer too.
Did you call Palmer when we was married?
I probably did. If I was upset.
You called him when we was married?
If I was mad at you.
For real?
I probably haven't called Palmer in the past. How long have we been married? 22 years. Oh man, maybe 17 years. The early years, yeah, he called.
And but obviously gave you some good advice. He gave you that advice.
You know what?
Because he realized pimps always stick together. I mean, he realized us pimps stick together. Now,
I appreciate that too. He and I could never really talk about that because I thought it was a secret. I didn't know he shared.
But he just told me like 3 years ago.
But I appreciate on a real. I appreciate him being there for me, like letting me dump or just whatever I was feeling, him listening. I feel like he ever judged me. I don't, I feel like that was something that, and I'm gonna talk to him about that later because I thought that was something he would take down, 6 feet under with him, but I see that he did not.
Well, we stayed together. You see, we got married.
No, but
I mean,
but to be able to trust somebody like that, I don't have male friends.
right.
I don't.
Well, my male friends are your friends.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I didn't come to the relationship with a lot of male friends.
Right.
And so to be able to trust him enough, for me to be able to feel safe enough to talk to your friend about you, that says a lot of who he is as a person.
I'm sitting here wondering what took him so long to tell me, though. Now that I think about it, he might not be my man like I think he is. I'm not just realizing me and him and the friends say, might not be man like I think he is.
He didn't feel, if he knew something, boy, he act like the dunt. He like he
what you talking about, Wills?
Yeah. I'm down with do. With shoe. Huh? I'll call you right back. I'm just kidding. But again, like that's big. That's real big though.
Yeah, I got to holler at him. I just realized why he took so long to tell me, because but okay, so we was headed for divorce court 6 years ago, right? Because we just couldn't communicate.
Right.
What made you stay? Because a lot of couples don't stay through it. What would you say was what advice would you give couples who, like, you know what, they go through, but they don't know they should stick it out or not?
Issue was big, and I think because we made it big. Like at the end of the day, when we sat down and we talked, we were dealing with hurt feelings and miscommunication, and I would say explore all the options. I teach something at school called STEP, the say the problem. You have to first say the problem and talk about different solutions, not just one, and then choose one, explore your options, and then choose a final, pick a solution. But I think what we learned to do in the beginning was say what the problem was. We had to realize what the problem was.
Right.
But it's because we never stopped talking. Even if it hurt, we never stopped talking.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of communication, I wanted to say this, and as we wrap up tonight, we wanted y'all to get to know us, get to know who we are. I wanted y'all to put listen, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, and I got a side piece, all in one. And I tell people, I said, listen, I am not a perfect man, but I am a man of honor. And I do what I say it is I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to say this. We couldn't communicate. And I want to take this time, because this podcast is going to be sponsored by the Pocket Communication Coach. So one of the things I learned from as a relationship coach and communications expert, I want to get good at communication. And it's like I wanted to, first of all, Samaya sent out, she gave us a super chat. Samaya, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I want to stop you before you get there if I can.
Please.
Do you remember when we were sitting in the driveway and we were really talking about where the relationship was going to go.
Okay.
We were in a heated discussion. And I turned to you and I said, one day we are going to help couples. You remember that?
I do.
In the car, and you said, we can't help ourselves.
That sounds like me.
But like this, all of this is ordained to me. Like this was set before we even knew that we would actually stay together.
like this was etched in stone. I just really, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you of that moment.
Tell my classes about it. I want to tell people this, and it's important. I knew early on, once I learned that communication was our problem, and I realized that what, that we couldn't communicate like many of you can, and a lot of you know that 8 months ago, I started working on a project. I told my wife about it beforehand. I wanted to create something I could coach people, teach them on how to actually communicate. And so we created this tool, this AI tool called Pocket Communication Coach. And what it does, y'all, we released it 4 weeks ago. It took me 7 months in development. I hired a developer, My
Mm-hmm.
wife knew late at night when I'm working, talking to the developer. And finally, I told him that people need to be able to communicate with other people, but a lot of people don't know what to say. So I said, make it so when they type it in, number one, it won't be aggressive. Because you don't operate good with aggression.
Yeah.
Because I'm straightforward. You perceive it as aggression or combative. But it couldn't be aggressive, it couldn't be combative, but it had to get your point across. And y'all, it is amazing. I'm getting testimonials. We got another testimonial today. And if you feel like you want to learn how to communicate, you want to say something, but you don't know how, not just to your romantic interests, not just to somebody dating, but to your friends, your family, your mother, your siblings. We want to restore relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't do this podcast without telling people about it. Y'all, if you know that you don't know how to ask questions you're dating, you don't know the questions to ask, I want you to download the Pocket Communication Coach. Go to pocketcommunicationcoach.com. I'm sure it's right on the screen. And I want you to download it for 7 days. Try it out, y'all. Because my marriage almost ended because I couldn't communicate. And then I had become Then I decided I would be an expert at it. Honey, how have you done?
You do well. I love the fact, I am I will shut down.
You do
I
your
will
shut
not anymore.
Run
Like
around.
that.
You ever notice how you walk around naked with your panties in your butt, and then walk around, and then we mad at each other, but I'm looking at it thinking she's mad. I think you did that on purpose, though.
Did you just say that, though?
Yeah, I mean, you walk around with your panties in your butt, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, dang, I might want to get that, but we mad.
But you know what,
I'm just saying.
I like the fact that you didn't allow me, like you said, I skipped over panties in the butt. I like the fact that you didn't allow me.
But it was only on one side. They weren't in both sides. Just one side, I could see one whole cheek. It's one whole cheek.
Okay, we don't get better.
Okay.
But you wouldn't let me stay in that shell. Like because I think I would have just stayed there. Just quiet, just not say anything. And I didn't realize until later that it was a form of punishment.
It is.
But you like to talk.
Yes.
And look, I had control, so I'll be quiet.
Yeah, so when did you realize that was control, though?
This is maybe a few years ago, is when I realized, wow, that it was a form of control. I was literally punishing him because I was taking away something that you love, and that's conversation.
You took away more than that.
Yeah, I did.
And when you walked around, I knew you was walking around on purpose. I knew.
But how can you be like your feelings are just truly hurt, and then somebody want to be intimate?
Into man.
Yeah, like somebody want to be all lovey-dovey.
I wasn't trying to be lovey-dovey. I'm just trying to bang, trying to pop.
No, we gotta talk first.
Why?
We have to talk first.
Why do we have to talk?
Because I'm a lady.
Why can't we just why can't we just go? We meet in the middle of the court of the ring, and then you go to your car.
Go to such a lady. I'm a lady. I have to speak to me first.
Well, okay, all right. Well, I get it. But you know what? We did learn how to communicate better.
We did. We really did.
We worked on it.
Yes, we have. And I think I have worked on like 'cause you come hard and strong. You come in a little low now.
Hey,
Now
coming in hot, coming in hot.
and we'll talk now.
Our daughter said TMI. Our daughter said TMI. She's like,
She's oh my
God. She said,
OMG. Hello, Brooke.
Hey, that's our big girl. We love her. But you know what, Nat? I appreciate you joining me again.
I thank you for
y'all. Our team is fantastic.
Just cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was speaking. You've started already. I'm saying no. I would say I thank you for like I think everybody needs a person that will push them beyond their what they're comfortable at. You never ever let me stay comfortable in a place, and I am a person that will. And so I appreciate that in you. I appreciate the push, even I don't want to be pushed. I appreciate that.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you
with your birdie self.
You fine.
Listen, y'all.
We're gonna do something when we get.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You be asleep. She gonna fall asleep quicker than her, quick as hell. Anyway, unless she watching what's that? The Love Hip Hop. But hey, look, y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all know our content. We growing super fast. Listen. All I can say is my mission, y'all, along with my wife, is to help transform people's lives. That is the reason I'm into it. I don't need no fans or followers. I need people to love me and my wife love me out of me. But we want to transform lives. That's what I'm in this for. Y'all, we've transformed a lot of lives, put a lot of relationships together, we keep a lot of relationships together. Y'all, if you want more content like this, I want you to stay tuned. And listen, as far as you wanting to communicate better for y'all, download the PCC, pocketcommunicationcoach.com. And I promise you, if you got a problem with your sister, your brother, your mom, or your father, it's going to show you how to sit in a way that they will be able to receive it. Y'all, thank you for rocking with us. Forgive us about the audio. I would just say, thanks. The audio, y'all, we working. This is our first show. Yes. First show. And listen, that's just like life, y'all. It may not always, listen, let me leave y'all with this. I'm going to leave you one thing. Don't let perfection is the enemy of progress. Mm-hmm. How many of you have stopped your tracks because it wasn't perfect? Mm-hmm. How many of you have turned some people to the side, have left some relationships because they weren't perfect? I say measure it by the progress, y'all. And you know what? And as you keep going, you will get better. Later will get better. You get better. And one day you'll smack your goal slap in the face. That's it. That's my commentary, baby. That's it for the night. We are the Grand Canion. I'm Did. I'm Karen. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We will see you guys on next Thursday without the static. We working through y'all. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.